Good morning, friends, and welcome back to Going on Daily Live. I am Becky here with Mr. Kyle Miller, not Kyle
Good morning.
Turner, as Ron thought yesterday by accident. Okay, we're either brother and sister or married, and that's totally fine.
It's all good. It's
It's all
fine.
good. That's fine.
It's only awkward if you make it awkward.
Exactly. Exactly. So we're here today. It is Black Female in History Week to commemorate Black History Month. So very excited about that. You've got a story about psychology. You've got a story about showing up for people or maybe for
Yep.
yourself. I don't know.
Yeah, for
I've
sure.
got my money facts that I didn't get to yesterday, and I've also got
Mhm.
some female first stories. So it's going to be a good show today.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be a great
It's
show.
always, it's always a good show.
There's
Yeah.
a fluff stuck to my lipstick. It's driving me crazy. I think I got it. It's a
Oh,
dog hair.
oh yeah.
So
Oh, it's a dog hair. That's
but
great.
well, I am in a house with many dogs, Kyle. So you know, par for
Uh,
the course. And I actually got up early enough today to help my kids in the morning. I was lint rolling their bums because they're both wear black stretchy pants, and I have 3 dogs
oh,
and they're laying on the couch. So
yeah, yeah.
getting them
So
ready for school.
just normal.
Yeah,
Just normal. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
yeah. Uh,
exactly.
yeah.
Well, why don't you lead us off here about your first story on psychology?
Yeah, absolutely. So I was looking up, I was like, what do I do here as far as,
Mhm.
Black women in history?
Yes.
And I came upon Dr. Mamie Phipps Clark. And
Mhm.
so she was a psychologist whose work explored racism and segregation, um, impacted children's image, and self-image, and development.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, from a long time ago, she, yeah, so 1917 to 1983, she lived.
Oh,
So,
wow. Okay.
yeah, a long time ago.
Well,
Because that was
it sounds like
before.
she was doing this like, before
Yeah,
Black women were integrated,
yeah,
Black people in general were integrated. If she's born in
yep,
1917, then she got to
yep.
experience all the hatred.
Yeah. So her, it says her most famous research was the doll test, which
Oh,
I'm not familiar with. I didn't take the time or have the time to look that up, but I was
it's
like,
okay.
huh. So where Black children shown identical dolls with different skin tones overwhelmingly preferred the white dolls and ascribed
Oh.
positive traits to them. Um, so so
Oh.
yeah, that was. But anyway, yeah, and then so she co-founded the Northside Center for Child Development in Harlem.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
yeah, one of the first community health centers offering culturally responsive psychological services to Black children and Black children and families at the time, when the care was scarce. Which, I mean, right now still care is scarce,
Oh, well, yeah.
for lots of people, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Um,
unfortunately.
but yeah, she led that center for over 3 decades. So yeah, blending clinical care and social advocacy. So
Wow.
yeah, super interesting. But let's see here. I thought there was something else that I had on her too, but I'm looking at her, um, her yeah. But so she was a doctor, which yeah, she went through the degrees.
It's interesting as well, like thinking of that time, 1917. So she's
Oh,
born
so
into war.
wild.
Well, she's born
Yeah.
into war. She becomes, coming of age really in the next war,
Mm-hmm.
and then is a woman of color and has to try to go through medical school, on
Yeah.
the heels of a war,
Yeah.
and a society where she's not accepted. So bold, like a very bold choice for this
Yeah.
woman to pursue it, because I'm sure it wasn't easy going to university either, especially not medical school. I know
Yeah.
there's all kinds of things out there talking about how women used to be treated in medical school back,
Yeah.
before, even before the sexual revolution. So I
Yeah.
can only imagine what this lady went through.
Yeah. It says so. 1940 is when she began. So she went to Columbia University and
Mm.
began working on her PhD.
So
So
literally during the war.
yeah, literally. And she graduated in 1943 with a PhD. So like
In 3 years?
right, yeah, right in the
I wonder if
midst.
it was like the condensed program. Hey, there's a war on. We're just gonna.
Well, I'm guessing, which I don't know, but I'm guessing that she probably had already had a degree, whatever, in psychology, and then started working on her PhD in
Yeah,
40,
maybe that makes more
and
sense.
then yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know, but that's wild. That's
Hmm.
yeah, right in the midst of all kinds of layers of chaos. Um,
And just thinking too, at that time, I'm thinking psychologists of the early 1900s, and a big one that stands out is Freud.
oh yeah,
And
yeah.
I mean, some of the things that he proposed is bizarre. I mean, I don't disagree with some of it, but I do disagree with some of it.
Oh.
And so, to be coming up as a psychologist in that day, I don't know. I just think that would have been so tough, because you had people like Freud who were so prominent.
Hmm.
And Ronnie spelled Freud wrong, Freud, but good one. It's phonetic, so the good one. But yeah, like some of the stuff that Freud would talk about with like I don't know if I spelled it right with a W. Ron, today is not your day. Today is not your day for spelling.
Great.
But anyways, like some of the stuff that he was talking about was very like hypersexualized,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
coming from the id, or your what you're born with, your drive, your
Hmm.
primal instincts and things like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And so to be, not only a woman, but a woman of color,
Yeah.
and focusing on something entirely different must have been just
Yeah.
really, really
Yeah.
difficult.
Yeah. It's interesting because I think, now with the internet and cancel culture and all of those things,
Hmm.
it's different in a different way.
Hmm.
Because so many of us are all worried about getting canceled on the internet, but back then there was a different cancel culture back then.
It was like you don't even get to start culture.
Yeah, yeah,
And if you do get to start, we're going to just harass you, sexually harass you, physically
yep,
harass you.
yep, and all the gatekeepers involved with all of it,
Hmm.
which is, yeah, not easy. So yeah, huge kudos to her for doing that work.
Absolutely. And just having a heart for that sort of inner city
Yeah.
family life, because even today, like we're talking almost 100 years later, and there's still there's still problems
Hmm.
everywhere. I don't want to just say this is an inner city problem. It's not at all.
No.
There are problems
No.
absolutely everywhere, but
Yeah.
there's and untapped is the wrong word as well, but like an under-resourced uh, area in the inner
Yeah.
city. And you are seeing a lot of broken homes and gang violence and
Hmm.
drugs
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
and trauma that continues to perpetuate generation after generation, because you know
Yep.
because you literally don't even have the tools to end that generational trauma.
Yeah.
And I just think her mission
Yeah.
is amazing, or was
Yeah.
amazing. So I
Yeah.
wonder if there's anyone who still practices like under her umbrella kind of thing, because like there are different schools of thought. Like there's Freudian psychology today, there's
Yep.
Jungian, there's all different ones from different psychologists of the time. So I wonder if she
Yeah, I
has
don't
a
I don't know
group.
if she has like, I mean, I hate to say disciples because I think,
Mhm,
everybody does
mhm,
their own work, but one of the other ones that came up was, which it sounds like she's, perhaps still alive. I didn't look that up,
mhm,
but Dr. Jessica Henderson Daniel, and so she's a clinical psychologist known for work on racial trauma and stress and violence in Black children and adolescents. So that
Wow.
was one of the other ones that came up. So she made history as the first African American woman president of the American Psychological Association
Oh, wow.
in 2018. So
Oh,
yeah,
so yeah, she's likely still alive. I just
yeah,
looked her up here, and it looks like she is still
yeah,
alive and well. So, I mean, this is beautiful. These women
yeah,
have a heart for the people, and I love
yeah,
that. I love their mission. I love what they went after, and I love the adversity that they've literally had to face to get
yeah.
there. So,
Yeah, that's. I think there's a trend for sure with
mhm,
the people that go through that just go through hell in so many ways.
mhm,
They go on to do all kinds of great things, and in spite of and partially because of the things
for
that they've
sure.
gone through. Yeah.
Well, if you look at historical Black women, for example, this week the topic is literally Black women in history. I
Yeah.
typed that into Google, and the women that came up were ones that literally had to overcome so much adversity to get to
Hmm.
where they were going, to risk jail, to
Yeah.
risk uh, abuse or murder, or
Yep.
you know,
Yep. Yep.
uh,
All
it,
the
it's
all the things.
wild. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's wild,
Yeah.
and for a lot of us, I think so many of us would be terrified to do
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
as, you and I obviously do not have the same sort of struggles,
Yeah.
but I think both of us would be scared. I mean, look at us. We are scared of cancel culture right
Hmm.
now in a time where it's literally just words on the internet and
Yeah.
not like fear for your life, or you'll never have
Yeah.
a job again, or how will you feed your family, or
Yeah.
whatever. So
Yeah.
these women were brave, and I'm really happy that we're doing this week.
Yeah. Yeah. Very much.
Very cool. Great
Good
segment.
stuff. Yeah. Thanks.
Well, a great way to start us off on our morning edition, our bright and early for you and I, 8 a.m. edition. Although
Yeah.
you were up early this morning. You were up with Ron
Yeah.
at what,
I'm
7 a.m.?
usually, yeah. I'm usually up at 6 my
Oh,
time, and
wow.
then because I gotta have some coffee and clear my mind
Mhm.
and get restabilized. So yeah,
I
before
hear
I get
this
on the
from
show.
people that they say they need time to process. My husband's the same. He's got to get up, he's got
Mhm.
to have his coffee for an hour and sit on the couch and scroll. And me, I'm like, I got to be up or I've got to be somewhere in 7 minutes. So I'm going to wake up in 5 minutes. Like that's me.
Mhm.
So, but this morning, like I said, I got up, I had a couple things I was able to do. I have my bone broth this morning.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I already had my glutamine this morning. I got my protein here, so I'm trying to set myself up a little bit better than normally because honestly, I'm learning as I'm almost 40 that you can't really set yourself up for success if you're just winging it all the time.
It's really hard to really have to have your nervous system start off already in like panic and rush.
Yeah,
um
that's me
and
all the time.
and that's, yeah, it's made a huge difference
Mm,
because
mm.
normally, if I wouldn't have been hanging out with Ron, then I would have been probably journaling.
Oh, that's
Because
a great way to calm your nervous system.
yeah, I get up. I mean, that's my regular routine is get up in the morning and get coffee made and everything, listen to an audiobook while I'm doing
Mm,
that, and then
love that.
and then sit down and journal for 20, 30, 40 minutes. And yeah.
People always talk about journaling, and I just I don't know what to write. And even like
Oh,
going through chemo and stuff, I'm just like,
I
I
just
got
write out whatever is on, because in my opinion anyway on journaling is that it doesn't really matter what
oh,
it
that's
is that
fair.
you write.
It's cathartic,
It's
regardless.
the Well, and it's the process, because it slows your mind down. Like it puts the brakes
True.
on
Yeah, you're
super
right.
heavy, because you have to sit down and think about, I'm gonna write something, and then you think about what you're actually, so it's like so many processes of slowing your mind down until
Fair.
you actually write a word on the page.
For
And
sure. I agree.
so yeah, that's for me. I just write out. I'm like, lots of thoughts today. It's half the time it's you know it's
Fluff.
uh yeah,
I feel
it's
like it starts
something
as
like
fluff,
that.
and then as you're
Yeah.
you are vulnerable, because even still, like, it's hard to be vulnerable to a paper, to
Yeah.
yourself, you
Yeah.
know, because you're like, oh, I had a great day. I'm super tough. Oh, Jake is here. Who is
Yeah.
Kyle? What do you mean, who is Kyle? Kyle's our guy. Kyle is our resident psychology guy. Resident brain here. Jake, you've never been here when Kyle's here? I'm shocked by
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. I don't know that Jake has come on, but yeah. Good morning,
Okay.
Jake.
Yeah, Jake's here
Yeah.
pretty often here on Twitch. So thank you for being here today,
Yeah.
Jake.
Yeah.
I guess I might as well introduce who we are. So again,
Yeah.
I'm Becky. This is Kyle Miller. Oh, this is our, morning show crew. It changes all the time. I'm here
Yeah.
all the time. Kyle's here all the time. Everyone's here all the time. You can check Kyle out at kylemillercoaching.com, where he is on also every single media social platform.
Mhm. All of
And
them.
he is a life coach. And of course, me, you can find at aboundinghealth.ca.
Mhm.
You were listening, maybe you were listening with Jake right now on Twitch. You can find us there at, excuse me, RI_broadcasting. You can find us on Kick or YouTube or Rumble at Rhode Island Broadcasting. You can find us on X, Twitter at Broadcasting RI. But maybe you can't listen to us live every morning, 8 a.m. your time. I know that I can't on days that I'm not. On days that I'm not on the show, I have a hard time getting up. But you can definitely listen to us after the fact on Spotify, Red Circle, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and that new one right under you, Amazon Music.
Yeah.
At RI Broadcasting. What do we say, Jake here? Ron actually put a few episodes on the speaker this morning, including our Royal Rumble predictions. Oh, you're a wrestling guy, Jake. Okay. I loved wrestling when I was a kid. Loved it so much. Anyways, you can follow us on all of our social medias at MeWe, TikTok, LinkedIn, Space Hey, Gab, Parler, Blue Sky, and of course our Patreon at RI Broadcasting, and on X Twitter at Broadcasting RI. And you can follow us on Facebook.
Yeah.
We are at Going On Daily Morning Show. Now, if you don't remember anything that I just said, just go to our website, rhodeislandbroadcasting.net. You can find all of our socials. You can find everyone's shows. You can find a place to donate $10 million to us.
Yeah.
You can find the Hall of Fame. So right now, we have the Hall of Fame results from last month. Mary Poppins took it this month, 36%. The Freight Escape, which is actually the Great Escape, 29. Psycho 14, Sound of Music 14, Space Odyssey. I didn't get to watch any of these, like I said I was going to. No surprise, Becky is too busy. But I'm going to download what I can for my trip, because I got a lot of hours in the air where I got to kill it. So why not? Why not watch some good stuff?
Yeah.
Because all I'll end up watching is stuff about murder, and it's just, it's not conducive to like sitting on a plane with 300 people. I know. It's weird because I like try to keep all those vibrations, all that energy high everywhere else, but I love a good murder show.
Oh, yeah. I have lots of speculation. That's I'm like
it's because I love chaos.
Yeah, I'm like, tell me about what you watch and listen to, and I will tell you about your nervous system.
Well, it's unregulated, Kyle. There's a lot of past stuff.
I know. Yeah.
I know. So we'll talk about this after the show.
No judgment.
No, it's fine. I love to know. We have a new one this month. You can see I just voted. You just scan the QR code if you can. If you're watching from your phone, maybe different story here, but it's for 90s TV shows: Twin Peaks, The X-Files, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Oz, and ER. Now, I voted for ER because I watched it recently, all 330 some episodes. And my husband is now restarting them because apparently we have nothing better to do. It's so good. It is so good. From season 1 to season like 15, it is so good. So, that's me. That's my choice here. Well, what about you? What would you pick?
Oz. I'm
Do you remember Oz?
I don't know if I remember Oz.
It was prison. Okay. I remember it would come on, and I know we don't have the same channels here, but it would come on like Showcase, which was like, if you wanted to see some boobs at nighttime, Showcase was the place back in the 90s, because you couldn't see that anywhere on TV back then.
Yeah.
But you'd go to Showcase and you'd see all kinds of weird stuff. So
Huh.
Yeah, that's where, oh, your Cinemax. Yeah, like Skinemax, right?
Oh yeah, Skinamax. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So that's where we
you
would
were
watch those.
yeah you were jumping on to watch boobs in the 90s.
You know what? I saw all kinds of things as like a kid that like my brain just couldn't process, and I'm just like, eh.
Oh
And there was a show called The
yeah.
Red Shoe Diaries, and everyone knew. They were like, oh, The Red Shoe Diaries. It was dirty.
Mm, mm.
It was like it was like it wasn't triple X by any means, but
Oh
it
yeah,
was soft. It was getting there. For kids,
yeah,
you shouldn't be seeing that as a kid.
yeah, yeah. Maybe I don't know. Maybe the X Files.
Another good one.
Yeah, but I didn't really. Yeah, I didn't watch ER. I don't know. Maybe sometimes,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's a
Sure.
tough choice because they're not really much. I watched the X Files probably more than anything else. Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely rewatched that one recently as well. Now I couldn't stay with it. My husband would start watching stuff when I was gone, and then I started to miss
Uh,
like different plots to it. I
uh-huh.
mean, some of it is cheesy, but some of it was
Oh
pretty
yeah,
cool. So
yeah, yeah. The normal. I mean, like all the rest of the '90s, and I mean
yes,
now and what
yeah,
all, yeah, all TV.
pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So, anyways, go scan the QR code, vote for your favorite. We will see at the end of February who is the winner.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say that X Files is taking it.
That's what I'm
Or,
thinking.
or maybe Buffy, but I'm gonna say X Files probably. That's my
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. Buffy was, I mean, so cheesy, but also,
So cheesy. Like I can't even believe my parents let me watch that. I wasn't allowed to watch well, growing up, I wasn't allowed to watch Care Bears because there was like magic and stuff in it. And I can't remember what else I wasn't allowed to watch. Like just simple stuff I wasn't allowed. But I was allowed to watch X Files and I was allowed to watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer and
that's wild.
I mean, a little bit
X,
different age groups here, but
yeah, the X Files, but no Care Bears.
yeah,
That's very interesting. Huh.
yeah.
Okay.
I know nothing really with magic I was allowed to watch. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
witchcraft.
Yeah. Like X Files seems definitely like, whoa, this is there. All of this stuff is kind of out there a little bit.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. But
For sure.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this episode Ron is calling feels like the first time. That's cute.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I am talking about female firsts. And so to keep in line with females, Black females in History Week, we're talking about some of the firsts for some of these people.
Mhm.
So what does Jake say? I actually have Adam Bush on my show, Adam Bush from Buffy. I don't know anyone's names, Jake.
Yeah.
I was a child
Adam.
watching it,
Yeah.
but I will Google it after.
Yeah.
So on my list here, we've got Phyllis Wheatley. She is the first Black woman to publish a book in 1770. So before America was even a country. That's wild. And it
Wow.
says that she spent most of her life enslaved. She was born in West Africa and brought to America by slave traders. At 14, she began to write poetry. Her poems were influenced not only by the poets of the time, but heavily by her African heritage and her faith. That is crazy. And she published a book in 1770. That is honestly a lot earlier than I was expecting.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mary Ann Shadd Carey. She was the first female newspaper publisher in Canada, no less, in 1853. So as a Canadian, I've actually never heard that. But Canadians aren't proud of their heritage or history, so we have no idea anything about anything. We're not like America.
uh,
All of y'all with your tattoos of eagles and stuff like that. We don't have that here.
we're all weird in different ways, I suppose.
No, you know what?
Yeah.
I love pride for your country. I do. I think it's great. I think Canada would be in a different position if we had more pride, but we don't. So
that's because you're super polite.
Yeah. We're becoming less polite. No, it's true. We are becoming less polite because a lot of people are really tired of nonsense.
Yeah.
They're tired of and this is going to get political for a second here, but we're tired of like sending, and I'm sure you guys are too, but sending all of our money to help other countries when there's literally people here who
Yep.
can't afford anything. Like housing is out of control here. Like
Mhm.
luckily I don't live in Toronto or Vancouver, because you'd be paying $2 million for a tiny like 2-bedroom home, like a little shack. Like
Mm.
it's insane.
Yeah.
So, I don't understand why we just keep sending money everywhere else when like we could keep it in, like we have a crazy opiate problem here. We have a crazy homeless problem, and it's
Yeah.
super cold. You can't be homeless in Canada.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
We have no pride. And this is why I have no beavers tattooed on me. Because of this reason.
I'll leave that one.
Right. Yeah, I know. Suggestive. I was going to say eagle, but it wouldn't make sense. I know. I get it. All right. Number 3, Mary Jane Patterson. She is the first Black woman to get a college degree in 1862. Amazing. That's
Wow.
wild and amazing. Dr. Rebecca Crumpler. She was the first Black woman to get a medical degree in the U.S. in 1864.
Wow.
Charlotte E. Ray. She was the first Black woman to get a law degree in the U.S. in 1872. I cannot imagine how going to, like we said with your first segment, like going to medical school, but going to law school.
Yeah.
And this time, I mean, even now as a female, I feel like it'd be tough, but like in the 1800s, oh my word, it says that in the 19th century, women were prohibited from getting licenses to practice law. So her career is not well documented for the obvious reasons, but we know it took exceptional courage to break through the barriers that she did.
Yeah, I'm doing it anyway.
Imagine just being told it's illegal because because of your skin color like that. I don't get it. Like as I'm doing this show, like I knew these atrocities existed, but like I don't know. I guess just because I've never had to face it, like it's not at my forefront, and just like reading it is crazy to think about. Wow.
Yeah.
The next one is Mary Mahoney. She was the first Black female to become a nurse, 1879. She completed her degree and she chose to pursue her career in private nursing just because of the discrimination that was inherent in the public field.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
but it sounds like she had great bedside manner. She was really kind, and she's considered a pioneer in her field. So that's awesome. Madam C.J. Walker. She is the first Black female millionaire.
Oh.
Move over, Oprah. Madam C.J. Walker is here. So it says she had to make her own living and her own opportunity, but she made it. She gives advice to not sit down and wait for the opportunities to come. Get up and make them. Now, it doesn't actually say what she did to become a millionaire.
Yeah. When did she become a millionaire? Because I'm totally curious.
1910.
1910. So what's the translation? If she was a millionaire in 1910, ooh, that because that's a lot of money.
Now.
Yeah,
totally. Yeah. Madam, I need to know now. Let me look this up here.
Yes.
Madam C.J. Walker. So she, you know what? That was pushing the end of her life because she died in 1919.
Wow.
An American entrepreneur, philanthropist, political, and social activist. She was recorded as the first female self-made millionaire. And of course, I clicked on it, so now it's gone here. She's in the Guinness Book of World Records for that. Multiple sources mention, although like other women like Mary Ellen Pleasant might have been the first, her wealth was not well documented. She made her fortune by developing and marketing a line of cosmetics and hair care products for Black women. Amazing.
Oh, okay.
Very cool. And probably at the time, there was nothing.
Yeah. So I just looked up, I mean, and it's kind of disappointing because she wasn't that rich in today's dollars. It was only equivalent of like 34 million.
Is that it? Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah, I was like, only worth about 34 million in today's dollars.
Wow.
But
it says at the time of her death, she was worth between $500,000 and $1 million. So yeah, at that time. That is massive. She's the
Yeah.
wealthiest African American woman in America at that time. And
Hmm.
she died at only 51 years old of kidney failure. So
Oof.
that's terrible. But I mean, good for her.
Yeah.
Like creating, like really hitting an untapped market, hair
Hmm.
care and skincare for Black women. I know I
Yeah.
did makeup for almost 15 years, before I got sick,
Mm-hmm.
and my most of my clientele was white, but the odd time I'd get a Black girl, and then she'd be like, "Do you have makeup for me?" And I'm like, I honestly don't. I
Mm.
honestly don't. And so they would have to usually bring their own. I'd have the odd one for
Yeah.
maybe more of like a light skinned girl.
Hmm.
But yeah, I completely get why I don't want to say they, that sounds terrible, but why people feel excluded,
Yeah.
ostracized, left out,
Yeah.
like products aren't made for them.
Hmm.
I get it because I'm living proof of that is actually
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, it's like, how do we make this for the masses for us to sell more stuff? It's
Mhm.
not, how do we actually solve an actual problem that people are having? Which I love that there's so many small businesses that are kind of
Yes,
popping up. I mean, it's not always necessarily easy to find them, but more and more popping up that have unique little niche items for specific different
for
people
sure.
and everything.
Well, I'm noticing too, like because I got trained as a makeup artist in 2000 and must have been 2011, and you'd go to the makeup stores and there was a lot of white shades, and that was kind of it,
Hmm.
like the odd light brown one. But
Hmm.
now you have people like Rihanna who's come out with her makeup line, and there's like
Hmm.
40 shades.
Hmm.
And a lot of them are
Yeah.
dark, and there's like every color in between, and that is awesome. And then now you're seeing all kinds of other brands jumping on that same trend, which is not even a trend because yes, Ron, 50 shades, oh my gosh. But yeah, they're jumping on this because they're realizing like, hey, there's other women who want to wear makeup as well,
Hmm. Yeah.
not just us pasty ladies.
Yeah.
Ladies
Yeah.
with some color in the skin want to wear
Yeah.
some makeup as well. So I'm really happy to see that. And then really by the time all of this was mainstream in the stores, I kind of stopped doing makeup, so I never had to
Hmm.
load up or anything. But yeah, I'm happy to see that kind of stuff becoming more forefront again.
Yeah. Super
It's
cool.
great. Yeah, super cool. All right, I got to get through this list here. Otherwise, we are going to go over the show, and we
Yeah.
cannot today.
Yeah. We
Ron has
can't
told
we
us.
can't go over. Yeah. Not today.
So, Dr. Sadie Tanner Moselle Alexander is the first
Oh.
Black woman to earn a PhD in economics in 1921.
Hmm.
Interesting. Bessie Coleman, the first Black woman to fly a plane in 1922, and that's this picture right here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Hattie McDaniel, the first Black woman to win an Oscar in 1940. I don't know why
Wow.
it wouldn't say like what movie it was, but
Yeah.
okay. Alice Coachman, we talked about her yesterday in my
Hmm.
segment. She was the first Black woman to win Olympic gold medals in 1948, and that was in London. And that was, I think she won 3 of them. So that was pretty awesome. We did
Hmm.
a whole track and field segment yesterday. Charlotta Spears Bass, the first Black woman to run for vice president of the United States. Honestly, I didn't know that a woman had run back then.
Wow.
This was 1952.
Wow. That's wild.
Wild,
Huh.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Violet King, the very first Black female lawyer in Canadian history, and that took till 1954.
Wow.
That's way too late.
Yeah, that's a
That's
long time after
crazy.
the first one in the US. Yeah.
I mean, okay, this might sound like a stupid comment, but growing up here, and it might just be where I lived in Alberta, which is
Hmm.
predominantly country, the Texas of
Hmm.
Canada.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did not know any Black people growing up. I
Yeah.
didn't know any. The odd time my dad would have a friend or whatever,
Mm.
somebody he worked with. I didn't know anybody.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
that's very, very similar, where I live in Pocatello.
mhm.
Just not many.
I love it now though. Like one of my daughter's best friends, her family's from Ghana.
Hmm.
And I love that my kids are growing up to see that was something I didn't see.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
for
I think
sure.
that's cool.
Thanks, Jake. Super, super awesome.
Oh,
Appreciate
amazing.
the
Jake's the best.
appreciate the follow and yeah.
Yeah, Jake is the best.
No.
We've got Shirley Chisholm. We were talking about her yesterday, Ron and I. She's the first Black woman to be elected to U.S. Congress in 1968.
Oh.
Again, 68. That seems late.
Yeah.
Vinette Carroll, the first Black woman to direct a Broadway play, 1972. Rosemary Brown, the first Black woman elected to Canadian legislature and the first woman to run for leadership of a federal political party in 1972 and 1975. I did not know this.
70. Again, wow. That's
because I don't know Canadian history.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. They apparently have nothing in the 80s, but in the 90s, we have Mae Jemison, the first Black female astronaut in 1992.
92. Wow.
It's just crazy because these are not long ago. It seems
yeah.
Well, I was telling Ron yesterday too, is like, because I was born in 1986, like my life is always it's been integrated, like obviously not where I lived, but like on TV and stuff, it was a lot more integrated. So it's really hard to wrap your head around how hard these people fought or the kind of segregation that there was prior to this. Toni Morrison, the first Black woman to win a Nobel Prize in 1993. And speaking of
wild.
Oh, I know. Speaking of Oprah, the first Black female billionaire in 2003. Has she been a billionaire for 23 years? Goodness me.
Wow.
Let's see here. We have got Michelle Jean, the first Black woman to be Governor General in Canada.
Oh, Governor General, huh?
I actually don't know what that means.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about
Canada. Okay, perfect. That I feel better now because I'm not sure what that is. But
I want to say it's it's like the link to like British Parliament. I don't know. Hold on. Why can't it just be on Wikipedia? Governor General of Canada is also female still. Federal representative of the Canadian monarch. Yes. Okay. That's what I thought. It's like the link. I don't know why Canada has anything to do with British, but anyway, we're living in the past here. Okay. Let me just do one more here. Let me just find a really good one. They're all really good ones. Okay. I love food. I love cooking. Mariah Russell was the first Black woman to run a Michelin-starred restaurant, and that was in 2019.
Oh, wild.
Yeah. Wild is right. And then there's more, but that's all I'm going to do for today. So amazing. These women literally paved the way for other Black women. So yeah, the first in 2019 to run a Michelin-starred restaurant.
Yeah. And but still, like, what?
That was only a few years ago. I know.
Yeah, that was more than a few. Oh, yeah, that's wild too.
We lost those COVID years, Kyle.
7 years ago. Okay, yeah.
Listen, we lost the COVID years, so really, it was only 4 years ago, 3 years ago, even. So, yeah. Anyways, why don't you take us into our next segment, showing up for you?
Yeah, that's it's something, I really discovered so much. I've been such a rebel my whole life, and I think in so many ways I have, instead of just being there for me, it was like against everything else. I don't want to show up on time. I don't want to all of these shoulds and expectations and schedules and all of those things, which then instead were, really a distraction from just being with myself, supporting myself. And I think well, and that's, I think it's a huge thing in our society because all of the different things are here for distractions away from ourselves. And it's so much of what, what I do with my clients as well. It's looking at, acknowledging all of the different things that we go through in our lives, with every kind of situation, but then always coming back into yourself, because that's what we really all need, is we need to show up for ourselves, which doesn't mean, we think about all the external things when we talk about, taking time for you, which is like, oh, a spa day, or go for a soak, or get a massage, or any of those things that we think about, which are not bad,
Right.
but we're still focusing on the external thing. I'm going to get a massage so that I feel better. I'm going to go out into nature so that I feel
Yeah.
better. But are you really being there with you?
Yeah,
And
right. I can tell you,
and
I do all the self-care in the world. Does not mean that I am
yeah,
getting deep here. I will take a
yeah,
bath and I go, oh, self-care, Epsom salts, essential oils. Guess what
yep,
I'm doing? I'm doom scrolling the whole
yep,
time. That's not
yeah,
relaxation. That's not self-care either.
yeah,
That's just bathing.
yeah, yeah. And I think that's, it's a scary thing to
Mhm.
really be there with yourself. And it's become so much better for me over time. Like talking about the journaling earlier.
Mhm.
That's one of the things that I do for me. I went out,
Mhm.
I went out on Sunday and just drove up into the hills, in a place that I could actually get into, which was super nice. Not that it's nice that we don't have much snow, but it made it nice for me to be able to go someplace.
Right.
And I spent like most of the day up there just with me and my thoughts,
I love that.
um, and yeah, just really taking time for me. And it was one of the things that I
Mhm.
just realized that I don't necessarily take as much time as what I would like,
Mhm.
and I think, for all of us. But that's where we get to really know ourselves, is not, without the technology, without doing something.
Mhm.
um, have the ski hill 30 minutes away here, the trails are super close, so people talk about going out into nature, but usually it's like the focus on, skiing or snowboarding, or trail running. It's the doing part. and
Mhm.
and we are human beings, and that is, so not human doings, human beings. And
Mhm.
so to show up for ourselves, how often are we just taking the time to just be with ourselves?
Well,
And
I know, well, at least for someone like me, it is hard sometimes to shut off because and I've told people this recently. I think I'm so busy all the time because
yep,
I'm avoiding doing the
yeah,
work or sitting in my own
yeah,
thoughts, and I'm getting better at it because
yeah,
I've done a lot of work.
yeah,
But it's like when you go to counseling, those counselors know exactly when to pause because like those quiet moments are when you go, oh, I'm uncomfortable, I don't know how to do this, and then you just
yep,
start going, and that's
yeah,
intentional, right? Because sitting in silence is awkward. Look, if you're with somebody,
mhm,
it's you got to fill the gap. It's quite, even with me, I'm on a drive
yeah,
with my husband, if we're not talking, I'm like, what's wrong, do we not like each other? Like, is there something wrong? And then I get uncomfortable and my husband has said, you don't have to talk. Like, it's fine, you can just be
yeah,
silent through these
yeah,
moments. And I'm like, oh, I literally don't know how to be, because
ooh,
sitting in silence
yeah,
means really thinking about anything. I
yeah,
don't know
all of
about
the,
what you've
yeah,
gone through.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I don't
all of the
often sit
thoughts.
through it.
Yeah, all of
Yeah.
the thoughts come up. But yeah, I think it's a huge, and the, for me, the most important part is the awareness. I mean,
Hmm.
because we're probably all gonna, beat ourselves up for, oh gosh, I'm scrolling again. Now I'm doing this, I'm adding this extra other thing to my schedule so that I can be busy, so that I'm not just sitting with me. And the awareness is the most important part, because we can't change anything that we're not aware of. And so that, the awareness, and then, be kind to you. Don't put the stick down. We don't need to beat ourselves with every single thing that we do that's dysfunctional, or not the way that we want
For
to
sure.
do it. So yeah,
That is a
anyway.
hard one though, because it kind of goes hand in hand. Like, usually these people are that are hiding what they're
Mhm.
feeling or what they've been
Yeah,
through are also first to beat themselves up for
Yep.
something. Like, I know I should have been better. I know
Yeah.
I should have done that. I
Yeah.
know I should have eaten that food. I know I
Yeah.
should have slept earlier. And I am that person. And I often am told through this healing journey, can
Mhm.
you give yourself some grace? Can
Yeah.
you just like stop talking about yourself like that? Can you remind yourself that you weren't on vacation for 2 years? Can you remind, it's like there's a lot of
Yeah.
that goes on. And I
Yeah.
don't know why, because it's not like I have a really that negative a view of myself at all. But it's like, I don't know, we're like taught from a young age or something to
Mhm.
criticize ourselves, or I
Yeah.
don't know. It's
Well,
confusing.
I mean, shame and judgment is the most effective way, initially, right off the bat, and that's what society uses to get
Mhm.
us to do things. You better
Mhm.
get good grades because otherwise you're not going to be able to go to college, and then you're not going to be able to have a good job, and then you're going to be a failure in life, and
Mhm.
then you're going to be an awful, terrible person, and it's all of the
Mhm.
shame and judgment. So it's programmed into us because it is the
Right.
most effective way. If you don't clean that up, like with our kids,
Mhm.
um, if you don't clean that up, then you're going to break all those things. And then, you know, all of that, like so much of that is based on shame and judgment. So we are literally programmed with
Yeah.
that from a very young age, unless we're
Mhm.
super spoiled and have, yeah, emotionally intelligent,
I was
aware.
gonna say some
Yeah.
regulated parents, which
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
anyone who did. That's not true. My best friend's parents were very, very much like that. The problem was they were never home because they were working so much. But when they were home, man, they were like, oh, so deep, and like, let's have the conversation. Let's talk about why you feel this way. And she could still have
Yeah.
these great conversations with them. For me, my was a name calling, or like a smack, or like
Yeah.
you're grounded. I was getting yelled at.
Yeah.
So like it makes sense why
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of murder stuff,
Yep.
chaos stuff.
Yep.
She listens to economic podcasts,
Mhm.
how to I don't know, live a clutter-free life. Like she just
Mhm.
listens to these things that are like deep. And for
Mhm.
me, I listen to like the mindless stuff.
Mhm.
And again, maybe if it is something learned in childhood between chaos
Yep.
and calm,
Mhm.
you choose those paths as well.
Well, it's the way to turn off all of the thinking about all the things that we don't want to think about. And
Mhm.
the more regulated I've become and the healthier I've become, the less that I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to watch any drama. I don't want to watch
That's
um,
fair.
any of those shows, which I notice, and I notice with my clients too. The healthier they are, they start out, it's like, oh, I love horror shows and all of those things, and
Mhm.
and then do it, continually doing more work, and they're like, I can't watch that anymore,
Mhm. Totally.
which is, yeah, super
I
super interesting.
agree. I know, I agree. I will not watch anything horror, but the murder shows. And I did actually find over like the spring, summer, I did have to put a pause on it a little bit because I was just feeling
Mhm.
like maybe a little more anxious than I needed to be. And I'm not an anxious person. Like I don't care about anything. And yet
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yet maybe I do.
Yeah.
And side note, I see this is coming up on the bottom here. What did you think about the mom from Home Alone passing? Well, it's terrible. This one is actually not that I'm affected by celebrity deaths, but
Yeah.
this is a sad one because
Catherine
Canadian,
O'Hara, right?
Catherine O'Hara, yeah,
Yeah.
Canadian. I just started rewatching Schitt's Creek. That show is so funny.
Oh yeah. I didn't make the connection. I was like, "Oh, wait a minute. Of course. Yes. Okay."
Yeah. So it is
Mhm.
it is tough. It's coming up on, Canadian Netflix. It shows you may be interested just since
Mhm.
she passed. Becky has a nose ring. Yeah, I have two. I just don't have one in right now. I have one here too. I have one here also. Just it fell
Ah,
out the other day and I
ah,
forgot to put it back in.
yeah.
Thank you for noticing,
Mm.
Jake. But yeah, very, very tough. Desmond Wilson died, Sanford and Son. Oh, I'm sorry,
Oh,
that is before my time, so unfortunately I
yeah.
don't know the details of that show.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, back to
Anyway.
your
Yeah.
you're showing up for you. I like that.
Yeah.
It's a good
Yeah.
reminder for everybody that
Yeah.
just because you are doing self-care
Yeah.
doesn't mean that you're doing self-care.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. And just, reminder to be kind be kind to you along the way. I mean, all of this looks like a hug. So many of these things, we allow it just like we allow somebody that we love to hug us.
For sure.
And that's so what most of it looks like. We can't. It's not anything that we can force. So
Love it.
Yeah.
Good one.
Anyway, yeah.
Oh, I love our sessions together.
Yeah. Super good.
Kyle looks like Nick Hogan. Yeah, you know what? You're kind of right. Hulk Hogan's son. Yeah.
Oh.
If that's the one you're talking
I like that. Well, and it's funny because when he was talking about wrestling or being a wrestling fan, I was like, I think I still have the cassette tape from like the Hulkamaniac, from Hulk Hogan.
Hulkamaniac. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, I got this cassette of for all the Hulkamaniacs.
Hilarious. Yeah, I'm looking at his pictures. I mean, now that he's a bit older, no, but like younger Nick Hogan, for sure. Hulk Miller. That's right.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Love it, Jake.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got time for one more segment. Yeah. So we are talking about money facts. It just came up on my Facebook or on my Instagram or something. And I thought those are some kind of cool facts. So why not look into more cool facts? So these are mind-blowing money facts.
Ooh.
Did you know, and I'm sure you did, money is dirtier than a toilet seat?
Yeah.
Whose toilet, though? In my house or in the mall? Or at a truck stop? Which toilet is it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, former trucker. The truck stop toilets.
Well, I definitely avoided those. Can I go to a Home Depot or something like that? That was my, it's like, let's pull in somewhere else other than I would rather not go to a truck stop.
Yeah, literally. I will park and walk a mile if it means clean bathrooms. Yeah, that's right. Gross.
Yeah.
Paper money actually does carry thousands of little bacterias, including trace amounts of E. coli, fecal matter, and cocaine. No surprise. But then I'm thinking, like cocaine, you have to put it up your nose, but then you're also sucking up all the other stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yucky.
Yeah. So probably lots of $100 bills that have lots of.
So Canadian money is plastic.
Oh.
Actually, I have some right here.
That's
So look.
Didn't know that.
This is me trying to rip it. I literally cannot.
Wow.
And
super interesting.
Yeah. So I mean, the odd one is in circulation. That's not, but it's plastic, so you can wash it and it's fine. It goes to the dryer. It's fine.
Yeah.
So, cocaine is definitely because they use bills to.
Yeah, I know. That's right. That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Roll up, especially a Benji. Roll up a Benji so that you can.
100.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're buying cocaine, maybe you don't have any Benjis. I wonder who my Benji is. I actually don't know anybody.
Yeah.
The governor, Sir Robert L. Borden, Prime Minister. That's our Benji.
Oh.
Again, I told you, Canadians don't know anything about Canada.
I
don't know any of these people.
That's wild.
Here? Oh no, I do know Queen Elizabeth.
So I have an interesting, fun money. I was patrolling on Saturday night up the ski hill, and we were skiing down at the end of the night to go turn all the lights off and close the place down, and I skied up to a sign to go move the sign out of the way so that they can groom, and there was a $1 bill literally right next to my ski. And I was like, oh sweet. So picked that one up, and then I turned around and looked, and there was another one up the hill, so I hiked back up and grabbed. So I got $2 off of just literally in the middle of the ski run.
That's nice.
Hanging out. Yeah. So yeah.
Love that. Yeah, I love just found money.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, wow. The other guy was like, what are you doing? Because I'm hiking back up, stepping back up on my skis, and I was like, there's another $1 up there. I'm gonna go, hopefully it'll be 100, but it was just $1. So anyway.
Yeah, hopefully it's 100, right? Yeah. Oh, Jake would like us to read his comment about trucking. Okay, give me a second here.
Yeah.
It's a quick ad. My family's been in trucking business for a long time, third or fourth generation truckers. I've been in trucks my whole life. I'm a truckie. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I
And
drove,
were
drove
were
truck
your
for,
families truckers?
no,
No, just you.
no, just me. I was the odd one out on everything, probably.
Fair.
But yeah, drove for 16 years ish.
Jeez,
Yeah.
that's crazy. That's a long time, man.
Yeah. It's a good way to hide. Good way to hide from myself
Yeah,
and everything
totally.
else.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But you got to do all that self work and listening and everything to all those
Yeah.
podcasts and self help. So I mean, it was for the
That's good.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the I do not get to listen to the amount of podcasts that I used to be able to listen to.
Yeah, I guess if you're not on the road for 24 hours, then that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Super.
Oh
Yeah.
well, just got to make that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, what
I did
else is
1,000 hours. Yeah. 1,000 hours last year of podcasts.
Mm-hmm. It's
Um,
crazy.
pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, Jake also
Oh,
says that we have loonies and toonies. You are right, we do. And I don't have any near me at this moment, I don't think. I don't know why. I've got some American money right here. What do we got
oh,
here? Some
yeah. Got a
George
quarter.
Washington.
Yeah. Got a quarter.
Oh, there's that eagle that you're getting tattooed on you.
Oh, yeah.
And here
Yeah.
is the beaver that I'm not getting tattooed on me.
Oh, yeah. No beavers for you.
No beavers for me.
None for you.
Oh, that's funny.
You're welcome.
Jake is saying, I need to lose a bit of weight. I'm 245, 6'2", 32 years old, high cholesterol, have a high blood pressure. Is there any tips for losing weight? Consistency, showing up
Mhm.
all the time. If you have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, let me know if you know your blood type, Jake. But, there are definitely supplements that you can take to help to lower it. That is not medication and help give you energy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if you know your blood type, that's also helpful.
Biggest thing I think, easiest first gimme is just like all of the processed anything. So
Literally.
just eating like meat and vegetables that's
Literally
all
cut
the
out
thing.
your dairy because your
Yeah.
cows in America and Canada, they are not treated super well. They're full
Yeah.
of all kinds of nasty stuff.
Unless you can get raw. If you can get raw milk, then
It is literally illegal in Canada to get raw milk.
yeah.
You cannot
Yeah.
get it anywhere here.
We have it in the fridge. Yeah, there's raw milk in my house right now. So
Lucky.
yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
suck
we
it
are.
right from the teat. Just kidding. Sorry, that's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
1% milk. See, like the problem with 1% milk is like you're really not getting all the milk fat from it. So like there's this huge push on fat being the bad guy, and yet that's not it at all. You have so many people who are getting dementia and Alzheimer's because they've literally cut fat from their diet. There was a huge push on margarine, which is like disgusting fat. Like you should never have any canola oil, vegetable oil ever again in your life.
Yeah.
And there's all this push for low fat, skim
They
milk, this and this.
they even came out with a correction because that whole thing with fat being bad, they actually finally then came out with it and were like, well, actually the study was kind of rigged and it was actually about sugar.
Whoopsies.
Oops. Yeah.
Even if you look, if you find a low fat product like cottage cheese, sour cream, milk, whatever, there's always more carbs in it. Why? Because they've added sugar.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys are over time.
We're over time. Yeah.
Dang it. Okay, let me finish my facts here.
Okay.
Most money doesn't physically exist. Over 90% of the world's money is digital, just numbers on computers, not cash or coins.
Yep.
The US government burns all your old money. So $1 bills are shredded or incarcerated and replaced. Millions of dollars destroyed daily. That's sad.
Yeah.
It's because your money is not plastic. It's like it would never go bad otherwise. The largest bill, wrap it up. Jake, you wrap it up. The largest bill ever printed was $100,000. It featured Woodrow Wilson on it and was only ever used by banks, never the public. Can you imagine a $100,000 bill? That'd be awesome.
Yeah. I want one of those.
Coins cost more to make than they're worth.
Uh-huh.
Which is why Canada no longer has pennies.
Yeah, we don't either.
Yeah.
I don't, yeah, I think I mean, they're still out there, but yeah,
Mhm.
it's not. Yeah. Mm.
Ron is going to yell at us. Ron says we have until 9:10. Money doesn't buy happiness, but it does reduce stress. Studies show that income improves well being up to a point, mainly by reducing financial anxiety. Of course,
Mhm.
like, yes, if we were all rich, but also regulated, life would be really
Yeah.
great. But
Yeah.
you also know, like, when you see celebrities and stuff who aren't happy because money actually doesn't buy it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I remember I don't know where it came from, but they said it's like, and this was years ago, so I'm sure it's different now, but it's like $75,000 a year, somewhere right around there is what
mhm,
you need in order to really, like, that's about the max level of,
mhm,
not that you can't make more, but you need somewhere in that neighborhood so that you can just kind of take care of all of the every need in your life.
mhm.
And so, yeah, so then you're that much more,
Yeah, I
um
could see that
yeah, that much, that it allows that much more happiness,
for sure.
but you don't
Unless you live
need.
in Canada.
Yeah.
Double that and then triple it. And then that's
Yeah.
what you need to live.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. You know what? Why don't I do this? I still have a ton to go through. I'm just going to wrap it up here and then I will
Okay.
do it next time. Ron, you don't have to make another segment. What's,
Yeah.
oh, Jay
Yeah.
Bushy, my
Oh.
friend.
Oh.
What is the next show? That
No.
tomorrow,
Yeah.
Wednesday, with
Yeah.
Kenny, maybe? I don't know.
Hmm.
Anyways, let's wrap it up. Let's I don't know. Let's
Yeah.
text because I always love our text.
Yeah.
10 a.m. tomorrow. Oh, it's Sharon and Ron. Okay, so
Mhm.
not at all Kenny. So be
Yeah.
back tomorrow for that show. That will be a good one. Thursday it'll be Luana and JJ. Saturday
Mhm.
is going to be Sharon again with Lena. Sunday, Kenny and
Hmm.
Ron. And then I am probably back Monday. I will say I am going to have to do it from my phone, which I know sucks, but my husband has a colonoscopy, but I'm going to do it from my car. So hopefully,
Hmm.
Ron, that's okay.
Okay.
So yeah. Oh,
Okay.
Kenny
Yeah.
is on Saturday. Oh, Kenny and
Yeah.
Lena.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna be mobile next week too. So we'll see how my internet is.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. We'll
yeah,
make it work. We
yeah,
will make it
yeah.
work. So, all right, everyone.
Uh,
Jake, thank you for being
yeah.
here.
Thank
We
you,
will
everybody.
see everybody tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. our time.
Yeah. See you guys.
Okay. Bye.